Hello everyone, today we are going to learn cost and revenue analysis. In this chapter we will be discussing short-run cost, where we have total fixed cost, total variable cost and total cost. Now first let's learn the meaning of short-run cost curve. In the short run, the quantity of at least one input is fixed and the quantities of the other inputs can be varied. In the short run period, factors such as land and machineries remains the same. On the other hand, factors such as labor and capital vary with time. In the short run, the expansion is done by hiring more laborers and increasing capital. The existing size of the plant or building cannot be increased in case of the short run. So let's discuss one by one. Under short run cost curve, the first point is total fixed cost. The term total fixed cost means it refers to the cost that remains fixed in the short period. These costs do not change with the change in the level of output. For example, rent, interest and salaries. So, these costs are also called as supplementary cost, indirect cost, overhead cost or unavoidable cost. Now, TFC remains constant with the change in the level of output. Now, you can see that the schedule with the change in the level of output from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fixed cost is same. It remains same. 1000 remains same with the change in the level of output. So, the shape of the curve is horizontal straight line to the x-axis. In this figure it can be seen that total fixed cost remains the same at all the level with respect to the change in the level of output. The next one is total variable cost. Now total variable cost refers to the cost that changes to the change in the level of production. For example, cost incurred on purchasing raw material, hiring labor and using electricity. So, these costs are also called as prime cost, direct cost and avoidable cost. Now in this diagram and the schedule, we can see that the level of output changes from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, whereas the total variable cost simultaneously changes according to the change in the level of output. So it also increases from 200, 0, 200, 300, 400, 600 and 900. Now the shape of the total variable cost curve is, it can be seen that total variable cost curve changes when the change in the level of output. So total variable cost curve slopes upwards from left to right. The next one is total cost curve. Now total cost curve refers to the curve where we can see both total fixed cost and total variable cost. The sum total of all payments made in the production is called to be total cost. It is also called as total cost of production. Now total cost is the summation of TFC and TVC. Now in this schedule it is very clear that we have output, total fixed cost, total variable cost and the summation of total fixed cost and total variable cost. The total fixed cost is fixed as 1000 for all the 5 units of output. The total variable cost changes according to the changes in the level of output. total cost is summation of total fixed cost and total variable cost. For the 0 unit of output, we get 1000 units of total cost. For 1 unit of output, we get 1200, that is 1000 plus 200 is equal to 1200 as the total cost, and it goes on increasing with the 5th unit of output, where the total fixed cost is 1000, total variable cost is 900, so the summation is 1900. Now kindly notice the diagram. The TC is obtained by adding TFC and TVC curve vertically. Now TFC curve remains parallel to x-axis, indicating the straight line. TVC starts from the origin and moves upwards as no variable cost is incurred at 0 point of output. When TFC and TVC are added, TC starts from TVC and moves upward. TC curve lies above the TFC curve, thus TVC and TC curve are the same shape. From the beginning point, it is different. Now we can say that it should be noted that both TVC and TC increases initially at the decreasing rate and then increases at increasing rate. Here decreasing rate implies the rate at which the cost increases with respect to the output is less, whereas increasing rate implies the rate at which cost increases with respect to the output is more. Thank you. Kindly stay connected to learn the other types of cost in my next video.